Hello my friends, this is Paul and I'm going to do a quick bookshelf tour. Quick bookshelf tour is me just talking about the books, showing the spines, and just talking about which books I have. And then I'm also going to point out which books might be signed as well. I have some signed books. Some people have asked for me to do this for a while now, and I'm finally going to do it. I tried this the other day and I totally botched it up. So we're going to give it another try. So here we go. If it's not perfect, oh well. First off, this is my current reading area. This is my headboard on my bed. And these are the books I'm currently reading. So I'm currently reading Ship of Destiny and Assassin's Quest. Underneath that is my little composition book that I put all the books that I read. So I put that in there. So I keep a list of the books I read. I've started that since last year. This is my quote journal. I put all the cool quotes that I find in books in the quote journal. I just started that not too long ago. And there's my Nook, and there's my Bible. Alright, and then over here we have a new little shelf that I just made. These are the books that These are my books that I want to read the most, the soonest. So I have the dust jacket, Ship of Destiny over here. So I don't want to ruin my dust jacket. I take the dust jackets off my hardcovers when I read them. So then we have the Tawny Man trilogy of Robin Hobb. We have House of Chains by Stephen Erickson. We have Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. We have The Book of Lost Things by John Connolly. And then we have Apprentice, Magician, Master by Feist, and then The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky. That is actually a currently reading book. Alright, that's my TBR soon shelf, the things I want to read the most, and I keep about 10 of them there. We'll see how that works out. Down here we have some history books that I want to get to eventually, some magazines. In the bottom we have religious books and self-help books that I like. So we have some C.S. Lewis, some psychology things, Mere Christianity, C.S. Lewis. We have First Things First by James Covey, and a bunch of other things, self-help books down here, and religious books. Alright, so I redid my shelves the other day, and this is how I did them. The books I want to read the most are near the top of my shelves, and the books that I want to get to later on are on the bottom shelves. I don't have a separate area for the books I've already read, so some of these books I'm going to show I have already read. So let's get right to it. So, and it is not in any specific order. It's just in the order that I think I like. And there's not much room over here because of my bed. See? Maybe eventually I'll have a place that has more room. Okay, so we start off with, there's some Abercrombie in the back. Those are the newer books, like Half a King, Half a War, and that's Half a World. I'm going to be getting Half a World soon. Scott Lynch up front here. Peter V. Brett in the back there. Pierce Brown's second book. And then my Jim Butcher books. All of the Dresden books. My goal was to eventually get all of them in the hardback, but I have to... The ones that are earlier are really hard to find in hardback. And that's the Codex Alera series as well. Okay, second row here. We have Anthony Ryan books, Robin Hobb books, and some more Robin Hobb. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to mention. Okay, this Robin Hobb book. This is Fool's Assassin. That's signed. Lev Grossman. Magician's Land is signed. I order books signed off the internet. I would like to go to places where there's book signings, but I live way out in the country. Yeah. Let's see. 1,000 Names. I'm pretty sure that one's signed. Let me check. Yeah. So the Django Wexler 1,000 Names is signed. And then we have Brent Weeks in the back. That is this Lightbringer series. And we have more Brent Weeks in the front. And Bishop book. I want to give her a try eventually. We have my Sanderson books. Shadows Beneath. That's signed. The Way of Kings is signed. That's the first printing signed. We have over here Alia Vaughan, Arithmetist, Stavely. Both Patrick Rothfuss books are signed, but they're not the first printing. First printing of those two books are signed, are very expensive. We have Mark Lawrence books. Prince of Fools is signed. Some Sherwood Smith. Garth Nix. Clariel is signed. Rogues. The anthology is signed by Joe Abercrombie and Patrick Rothfuss. Alright, down here we have Alistair Reynolds books. Love Alistair Reynolds. In the back we have the Joe Abercrombie series. All 6 of his books. We have the Leviathan, the Expanse series by Corey. No, is that Corey? Yeah, James A. Corey. Just Daniel Abraham, some other random guy. We have some A Song of Ice and Fire books. I have the rest of the A Song of Ice and Fire books on ebook. I eventually do want to get the whole series in trade paperback as well. I just bought them on ebook when they first came out because it was cheap. And then we have some Narnia, Spring Hill Jack, Elizabeth Bear book, Range of Ghosts, Malice by John Glenn. Want to give that a try eventually. A Steven Erickson book, and a China Medieval book. Down here we have in the back is Aurora, that is signed. We have Terry Brooks, the first trilogy, and then the next series after that. I have a lot of Terry Brooks books. I got them very cheap, $1 each at a used store once. The majority of my books are used. I get them at Goodwill, library book hauls, used bookstores. I just recently started buying newer books to support authors. We got some Ted Williams Otherworld books here. Here we have the Dan Simmons books. We have some Enter the Game, you know, Asimov, C.J. Cherry, a little bit of Lewis McMaster Bujold. Down here we have, that is R. Scott Backer. I just bought those books. Another Sherwood Smith book, and the anthology Dangerous Women. Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, which is J.K. Rowling. I actually want to read that pretty soon. I'm in mid for a mystery. And at the bottom shelf, see way down here, we have my L.E. Modsett Jr. books. I have pretty much the whole series of his. Some Cast-Off David Eddings books, the later series, some later series of the Raymond E. Feist sagas, some Terry Goodking. I was a Terry Goodking fan before everyone hated him, so yeah. Catherine Kurtz down here, and then behind those books are more books that are basically cast-off books of like Eddings and Modsett and Goodking. It's basically all of their series down there. Whew. Up here we have my Pride and Joy in the back, which is all my Robert Jordan hardback books. I love The Wheel of Time. So all those are in the back. Kind of upset that I had to put them in the back in the front, when I had to redo my shelves. And then the last ones are here. The last one, which is Memory of Light, is signed by Brandon Sanderson. And then up here we have Terry Pratchett, the first 6 books, I believe. Almost the first 6. I'm missing a couple. In Discworld, I'd like to get to that. I have most of Gaiman's books. Some are hidden elsewhere. These are the older books on this shelf that I really want to get to and read eventually. Good Omens. We have some David Eddings, the original Bulgarian series. Some Glenn Cook. You know, Black Company. I do want to get to that. Over here we have some Stephen R. Donaldson. I want to give these books a try. I heard they're very polarizing books. And over here we have some more Raymond E. Feist. These are the books after the Magician books. And then down here we have some Stephen Erickson books. In the back here we have all my Stephen Erickson books. The whole Malazan series. The first one, Gardens of the Moon. This is a first printing. I have that signed. I got that for my birthday last year. And that's pretty much my pride and joy of all my signed books. Neil Stephenson, 70s is over here. Just got that a couple months ago. We have some Winfield Welling, some more Tad Williams, Memory of Song and Sorrow. I really want to get to this series. First book of Trudy Caravans, first book of Karen Miller's, first book of Gilsey Martin. And then down here we have all my trade paperbacks that I really want to get to eventually. So we have like Alan Bradley, Ernest Cline, Ishiguro, Anne Lackey, Michael Sullivan, Brian McClellan, the first Pierce Brown, Night Circus, Book Thief, The Vorg, some first books of Gene Wolfe. Want to read his books. Margaret Atwood, Jasper Kent, Miles Cameron, Gail Carriger, P.T. Hilton, Susanna Clark. So these are the trade paperback books that I really want to read the most. A couple of these I've already read. Down here we have books that are hardback, but they're smaller hardback books. We have Goblin Emperor, Tagana, Stephen King on writing, some Dune books, The Giver, Neil Gaiman, Ocean at the End of the Lane, Max Gladstone books, Ray Bradbury, Naomi Novik, Ben Bova, The Peculiar by Bachman, Patrick Rothfuss, The Soul of Silent Things, that is signed. Android's Dream, Daniel Abraham, the Prince Quartet series, Wizard's First Rule, Terry Goodking, some David Dalglish books, some N.K. Jemisin book, and then that Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. And then down here we have some more cast-off books, basically. We have some Stephen King books. Like T.H. White. We have some Zelazny down here. We have a lot of Terry Brooks in the back. Some J.B. Jones books. Some Harry Potter books down here. There's a Adrian Tchaikovsky book. There's just a lot of different stuff. Behind here, some more Good King. Some, more Terry Brooks. There's another GGK book back there. We have more David Eddings. So yeah. And then up here we have this is my general fiction area. So in the back we have Steinbeck, we have Tolstoy, we have my Jane Austen books, Frankenstein, Dorian Gray, my Virginia Woolf books, Gatsby, The Alchemist, Lolita, Toni Morrison, Catcher in the Rye, Catcher in the Rye, Fahrenheit 51, McCormick, George Orwell, Kirk Vonnegut, Romeo and Juliet, To Kill a Mockingbird, Les Mis. That's an abridged version now. Of Mice and Men, one of my favorite books, Heart of Darkness, Siddhartha, Color Purple, Tessa d'Urberville's, Dickens, Jack London. I need to get more Jack London books. I loved Jack London when I was a kid. I need to buy more of his books. Over here, these are my graphic novels. So I have the first 5 volumes, of Neil Gaiman's The Sandman series. And I have The Watchmen. I have the 2 season 8 library editions of Buffy. I need to get more of these, and I also need to read the second one. I haven't read the second one. The first one's amazing now. On the top here we have The World of Ice and Fire by Martin. Down here we have, let's move the white so it's a little bit more over here. We have Movable Feasts, one of my favorite books. We have some Gabriel Garcia Marquez books, 100 Years of Solitude, Love in a Time of Cholera. I have some Faulkner, Herman Melville, Murakami books, Michael Chabon, Dracula, I Am Legend. We have Asimov, The Shack, Kite Runner, The Corrections by Jonathan Franzen. And we have a couple other books here. There's some Stieg Larsson and some Gillian Flynn, and then we have some Ernest Hemingway. And then there's my Tolkien books. Down here we have some R.A. Salvatore. I'm starting to get tired, that's why I'm getting goofy. So we have like the Cleric Quintet, the all the different series of R.A. Salvatore. I love R.A. Salvatore. I love Drizzt. In the back we have some more random books, Terry Brooks and some others. Here we have the Dragonlance books, and over here we have some more random books like Princess Bride, David Gemmell, more Dragonlance, and behind here there's more R.A. Salvatore books and more Dragonlance books. This is what got me into fantasy, R.A. Salvatore and Dragonlance. Down here we have some more Stieg Larsson. We have historical fiction books, James Clavell's Shogun. I want to get to that soon. I bought that really wanting to read it, and I never got around to reading it. It's a large book. All the Light We Cannot See. We have some duplicate books, reading copies of Gardens of the Moon and The Wise Man's Fear that I found at like library sales for $1. Those are the ones I use to read. The ones instead of using the signed books. We have Paul Hoffman, Ian M. Banks, Eric Bershon, Therapy for Ghosts. Eric Bershon is a good friend of mine. He's an author, and I need to read more of his books and be a better friend. Some more Gabriel K. books, and then some Philip Pullman books. And at the very bottom of it here, we have all my Agatha Christie paperbacks are in the back. You can't really see them very well. But yeah, all the most notable Agatha Christie's. We have some Sue Grafton here and some Thomas Harris. Over here we have my Zelazny and Cloud Atlas, David Mitchell. I found that at a Goodwill for 50 cents. We have some Stephen King. This is the Dark Tower series. I have a couple other Dark Towers. We have some other things over here. Some more things. Yeah. So that is, whew. I am sweating up a storm because I had to turn my air conditioner off while doing this. It is so hot here right now. But anyways, that is my bookshelf tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Those are my books, and I love my books. And as you see, it's mostly fantasy and sci-fi. Mostly fantasy though. And that's okay, because I love epic fantasy. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.